3,333 minerals!
Minerals!
All right. You want to start it off?
All right, underway. On the bottom left-hand side, we have Hotsauce with Seexysauce, and in the top left-hand side, Valour with Grayson.
And the top right-hand side, we've got TryHrd, line, and FVCKIN's Ice. On the bottom right, we've got FVCKIN's Dragon and FVCKIN's MLGandhi.
Wow, Octavian, what are they going as far as units on the right side?
Well, so far, snipers and marines on the bottom right, both of them, and the top right has zerglings and marines and zealots and marines.
I wonder how the zealots are going to be effective. You have to build up quite a bit. On the bottom left-hand side, we have Marauder and Sniper, and on the top left-hand side, we have an early Reaper with Marauders for Grayson, and Valour deciding to go Sharpshooters.
Well, so far on the right side, I don't have up. We've got a DT being built by TryHrd, line.
And already an Infestor out. 2 DTs, that's incredible.
2 DTs on the top right, by each one by each of them, and bottom right, Gandhi's working up a commando.
Oh my god, that's so much cheese going on right here. And switching over to Kate Moss's view, I am going to be able to see the DTs, and wow, they were able to pick off the Reapers. 75 points going to, it was either Bar or, who's his partner? Ice. I'm not sure who got the money there, but wow, an easy pickoff right there in the beginning.
That was quick.
That was quick. And look, Dragon already has a Corruptor.
All right, both DTs are out. Commando's still in the works.
Oh, that double DT is going to be so annoying. I've had to deal with DTs before, and one of them is just crazy enough. Now he got 2 of them.
Dragon just pulled a Corruptor out from the middle to couple with the Commando bottom right.
Ooh, the Commando would be a good choice for sure. And whoa, Raven coming out real early for Valour.
Shocker.
Shocker. A Raven? We've never seen this before, folks.
That's one of the biggest conversations on the forums right now about all the Ravens.
And I do like this mode where I can see from a different observer's perspective. This is actually really nice. Fungal growth going down on MLGandhi's units. God, there I go. I'm too stuck on saying MLG. I'm going to just say MLG from now on.
MLG will work.
MLG. And it's too bad that Kate Moss, the boss Moss, decided not to play, but instead is an observer. Hopefully we'll hear a little bit from him while he's observing. It's great to hear a little bit of feedback. Big battle going on in the bottom right-hand side between Ice and bottom right's MLG. Lots of back and forth going on. We do see also there is a Guardian Shield going down for Grayson and Valour, already top left-hand side, taking a really good position in the middle. Fungal growth going down, getting a few of those units, but not very much. Hotsauce trying to get in there. We'll see if he can make something happen. He's pushing in. He's pushing forward. He wants to get in there. He doesn't have enough for a fungal growth, though.
Both sauces making their way.
And it seems we have the battle of the sauces going on in the middle. And we do have the barcode. That's what we're going to call him. Barcode. TryHrd barcode coming in, taking the middle position. All right, so bottom left, Seexysauce building up a good supply. We'll see what he's going to do. Is he going to try to go for the middle? Both of them are going right on the outside.
You know, Ragey, we've seen a bunch of these players in this game. We've seen them before. We've commented on some of their games, and I'm trying to notice if they tend to lean towards a certain build. And I tell you, it looks like they're all good at different things. Ice is someone that we've seen use the warp lots very effectively, but this game he's got Lings.
I wonder why he decided to go Lings. Maybe he could be switching it up into a Marine Stim play.
Well, it is interesting because both top rights have melee.
They do indeed. And I bet you anything he's going to go Mutas, though. He's got really good control with the Mutas.
Yeah, he does.
But with Valour's double Raven, I mean, it could be early Mutas might be a mistake, especially with Valour's control. And a Seeker Missile going down on Hotsauce's units, bottom left-hand side. It looks like Barcode and Ice are fighting in the middle. They are focusing that Fester and narrowly escapes. And a Fungal Growth not going down on those units. If it did, it would have spelled trouble for top right.
Rage, real quick, I'm fine. You're lower than the game. I don't know what you did the other day, but you were able to fix that.
Lower than the game?
Yeah. Did we load the Skype before the game or something?
I'm not sure, but here, I'll go ahead and retry the call. Please, if you are watching,
Okay.
stand by.
Hello?
Yeah, how about that? Does that sound a little bit better?
Let me go back in the game. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
All right, so it's better. Cool. So there was just a little bit of lag. It's not going to be anything big, but when Octavian does switch alt tabs, he does lag just for a tiny bit. But that's going to be hopefully the only lag that we see this game.
Okay. Back in it. What do we got here?
We got some back and forth from Valour and Hotsauce for the middle. A scan going down and a corruption going down on that infestor, and it gets picked off. Dragon able to get that kill. It was a
Got
good
a concave
pickoff.
around Grayson, but he's got the Reapers. Should be able to pull him out. He's also got those 2 Ravens that are backing him up from Valour.
Valour with strong presence on that left side tower.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't want to let it go.
They do not want to let it go. And an equally big presence is bottom right, getting middle and being able to hold it. They got huge supply in the middle.
They took advantage of the lower units that were fighting on the left, and they moved in and took control over it. Let's see if they can maintain that control.
And let's just go to the APM tab real quick. I'm always curious to see how much APM these guys have. Ice at a whopping 19 APM. Hardly doing anything, but everyone else is all the way up to 500, 600 for Valour. Wow, so much APM. These guys are just running a mile a minute. Everybody averaging about 400 APM, though. That's really good. Looking at the units tab, let's see what level this commando is. Currently at level 0. I wonder if he's going to level up. That infestor is at level 1 so far, and it's possible we could see a queen in this game.
Reggie, look to the right. Did one of the FVCKINs leave on the top right? Because the units are all, oh, they must have shared control. That's what it's probably is. Shared control because all their units are mixed. They're attacking bottom right. It looks like he's doing quite well.
And sure enough, there are stims. It looks like both of them decided to go stims, and I think that is going to be effective. I'm not quite sure about the zealots, but if they are deciding to go double stim, I think double ling would have been really effective.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so far in the lead, we got Imnotgrayson with 1,576. Right behind him is Hotsauce with 1,480. But Grayson's partner, Valour, is third in line with 1,452. It's still a close game. I'm sorry, I missed Dragon with 1,570. He's in second place.
Hotsauce was able to get a fungal growth on Valour's units. Still a little bit low, though, not able to kill a whole bunch. And Octavian, what do you think is going to happen now that we see an Odin on the field?
Well, now we got a favorite. Seexysauce, who's already a top-notch player, just pulled up the game changer.
Seexysauce, as you know, is an incredible player.
And he's got an Odin. He's my fave. He did it once before, too. Personal fave.
Seexysauce, get ready to have your butt kissed by Octavian. He loves that Odin. Game Changer is out.
That's what it is. I tell you, it's very important that the commenters remain neutral in these games, but I just find it hard when someone is so intelligent that they pull out the Odin, the Game Changer, and look at him taunting it in their face.
My gosh, he's actually a little aggressive. He does need to be careful.
Yeah,
those Reapers do a lot of damage. But I think he was thinking that Hotsauce was going to come around and possibly get a fungal growth, killing. I mean, a bunch of units are getting killed by that Game Changer.
Another engagement on the right side between top and right bottom. I'm sorry, between the whole right side. That's right. Look at that Odin just raping.
Oh,
really no other
the Odin has huge presence right now.
Big holes in the army. I love it. And that's why I'm not scared of the Ravens. I disagree with that forum post with the Ravens being OP. You know, they're not, in my mind. When you have an Odin, it's an easy way. They have big distance, long distance on those missiles. They can take out the Ravens that get too close.
Indeed, and I think that's going to really help. I think Seexysauce even predicted that one, if not all, the players in this game were going to do some type of Raven play, and with that anticipation, went ahead and got an Odin.
And he's got snipers to back him up.
And look at this, Grayson getting another Game Changer. We got two Game Changers. This is incredible. What a matchup this is turning out to be. We have double DT, double Odin. Now, keep in mind, those DTs could be serious trouble for those Odins, especially. Wow, look at Seexysauce being hyper-aggressive. If he got out too far with those Stim Marines, those Voids could be real big trouble.
Here. This is going to be interesting. Now, pile on the top. They need to move those Odins in.
Yeah, he went in too far with those units. The Odin clearing house. They were trying to get that Raven. I think they overextended themselves a little bit.
So we got 2 Reapers, double Odin, double Ravens, double DTs, and a Mando I think is still out there somewhere.
Oh my gosh, did you see on the bottom right-hand side, MLGandhi losing so many units from that fungal? Oh, that fungal is just being absolutely ravaged right now, taking out all these units.
I just saw the end of that. I was watching top left, but yeah, that was pretty neat.
Looking at the units tab, I'm curious to see if that commando is leveling up. Still currently at level 0. If I had a Mando, I would start leveling it. There's so many heroes out on the field. I mean, that's just income waiting to happen. And it looks like Ice did lose his DT, currently down to only 1 DT. TryHrd's barcode is the only DT out. And is he leveling it? Nope, it's level 0.
I'm wondering if top right's sharing control and one person's controlling both those DTs.
It looks like there is just one person doing the control, and my gosh, another overextension from top right-hand side. Trying to get that Raven, but it's just not enough, and the Odin, with all that splash damage, just completely decimated that army.
Shocker.
Indeed. Oh, and the Odin was able to pick off the Raven in the middle. I don't know if you guys were able to see that.
Yes.
Seexysauce, 175 minerals, but he's got to get out of there. Dragon coming in, and he's trying to focus that Odin. Is not going to be able to kill it. Instead, he probably should have focused those units.
What did I tell you? These Ravens aren't anything for those Odins.
No, they're not. And now the other Raven also in the yellow.
Now the Reapers got to watch out for.
Reapers he does, because, oh my gosh, we have a savior coming out from Hotsauce, killing a bunch of units, trying to save that Odin.
That was obviously, no, I think that was a planned attack. I saw Seexysauce move that Odin closer into the units and attempt to bait them into their base, I believe.
I think that was. And didn't take the bait. It looked like Grayson and Valour was able to get out with minimal losses.
Grayson dominating the middle right now. He's got 2 Reapers, Odin, and it looks like a full max supply. Top right, not really doing a whole hell of a lot with those units. They're just kind of sitting there. I don't know if they're having a conversation or planning something bigger. I don't see anything else being built as well.
Well, looking at their score, they are currently in last place. They need to build up a little bit of supply. They need to stop going for that Raven. I mean, Grayson has units everywhere that are just waiting to feed top right. If they can just avoid the Odin, possibly target the Reapers, or just target the army in general, they're going to be able to get back in this game.
Well, aside from the DTs, they don't have anything to stop this Odin. You freeze him for a couple of seconds, and he may have lost it here.
And the Odin does go down. That was great play by top right. That was the one time that they were able to focus the Odin and actually connect, and it paid off in a big way.
Well, the scores did jump up to 25-83 and 23-15 respectively. Still holding the lead, though, is Imnotgrayson with 33-70.
And Grayson's still getting a bunch of points, but losing a Reaper, that's going to be really unfortunate, especially as bottom left's Odin is so low, those Reapers could pick it off.
Well, Seexysauce changed to Goliath. I didn't notice that till now. It's a good supplementation for the Odin.
It really is. That's going to take care of any airplay. If Ice decided to go for Mutas, that's going to shut it down, or at least be big trouble for them. Yeah. Also, the Ravens.
I was just going to say, I wouldn't expect those Ravens to last for the rest of the remainder of the game with that build.
Those Odins are in a lot of trouble, having to deal with now an Odin and those Goliaths. My gosh.
Grayson
way to shut it down.
He's going to move in and take over the middle if he just maintains. There he goes. But he is losing units. That concave by Dragon.
He's losing tons of units. He needs to bring the units back, and he needs to keep them with that Odin. That Odin right now is the powerhouse. Extending them out like that is just a waste, as they do not currently have any ups.
Looks like he's got a couple of ups on the Odin, bottom left.
Ooh, and the DTs. Look, the DTs could possibly do some damage to the Odin. Instead, it looks like they're going to focus a little bit on the units.
I don't know if you've clicked on any of Seexysauce's units, but this is something that I've noticed in my time playing. He seems to be focusing mainly on the Odin. I think he spent a lot of money on the Goliath, which I think is a great move. But I'm curious to see if he upgrades just the Odin or the units respectively.
Well, looking at the Odin, it is currently only level 1, and there aren't any ups. I think he did save a lot of that money going for the Goliath. In my experience, upping the Mercenary once you get a hero is usually the correct way to go.
Yeah.
If you go too hero heavy, it tends to spell disaster in the late game.
Agreed. At top right, if you look right at the entrance to their base, the two DTs are moving together. So apparently they're being controlled separate. The
Well,
units and the DTs.
if you do look at the shared control, it looks like Teal does have the units. Ice isn't even using any of these units. Teal has total control over all of them.
Oh.
And you can see that by pressing Control 1 if you're unfamiliar with the player controls. Control 1 is awesome. And then when you're done, just press press E, and it will return your vision to everyone, and you'll be able to see the leaderboard.
Well, Grayson upgraded his Odin just one. It looks like 2 levels.
Is currently level 3, so I guess Grayson is disregarding the fact that you shouldn't upgrade that Odin, and is instead favoring getting a high level Odin. That's interesting.
Taking a look, yeah, his Marauders and his Marines have nothing, no upgrades. But the game is still pretty early, so I like to say, he may have lost it. Nope.
Little bit of back and forth. We do see a point defense drone going down by Valour, trying to absorb some of the attacks from the Goliath, trying to keep that alive. But he's got to be careful. The Odin is focusing it.
Oh boy.
And the Odin might have gone too deep. Ice and Barcode are trying to get the surround, and it's shut down by Dragon. Oh, and a corruption going down. Dragon actually capitalizing, killing all these units. An unbelievable Seexysauce is going to be able to escape.
Yep. He's good. I tell you, I got to give the man credit. They're all good in this game. I've seen them all win games and do very well with their micro.
And that Infestor almost biting the dust at only 125 hit points. Got to be careful with that. And are the two DTs still out? Let's take a look at the units tab. No, it looks like top right did lose both of those DTs in that engagement. Can you pull up the score for us, Octavian?
Yeah, the currently in the lead is Imnotgrayson maintaining control. Oh, I'm sorry, no, it's Hotsauce with 4428. Currently second place is Grayson with 4041. Third place is Grayson's partner Valour 3792, and then Seexysauce in fourth with 3929. So the left side of the map is maintaining control of the score, or has the higher score at this point. However, bottom right just switched Mercs to Destroyers maybe a couple of minutes ago. I didn't catch it right away. Dragon. And top right seems still kind of inactive so far, most of the game.
Well, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with top right. Both of them are going very Marine heavy. We already have 6 attack ups for Ice, 5 attack ups for Barcode. And I'm curious to see what they're planning on doing. They're probably going to wait for the 20-minute mark, get some range upgrades. And with double stim and double melee units, they could be very effective. They just need an opportunity to get out there. Those Odins are definitely stealing the show.
And that's what we're watching. It's the top left and the bottom right. I'm sorry, top left and bottom left going at it back and forth. We lost the Grayson. Not Grayson.
Oh, an excellent play. MLGandhi able to snipe both heroes from bottom left. That was a great pickup by MLG.
Brought a score up to 3984, but he's still about 1,000 behind the leader, Hotsauce.
Hotsauce currently in the lead? That's incredible.
Yeah. Well, he took it from Grayson. Grayson was in the lead. Grayson's right behind him at 4385.
You know, I've seen previous games with Grayson, and he's able to come out of nowhere. He could be behind 2,000 or 3,000 points, and somehow, he really pulls it out, and he's able to just bring up his score like no one else I've ever been able to see. Ice is able to do it too.
Yeah, well, with those warp lots. I do see bottom left just jumped their score up. They actually took the lead, both players, number 1 and 2 respectively, 4707 for Hotsauce and 4511 for Seexysauce.
But I wouldn't be surprised if maybe top left, with all of their units that are coming out, hybrid Decies for Valour and that upgraded Odin, they're going to be able to take mid right now.
They're chasing bottom right back into their base, but that Mando's stepping it up, sniping, taking a little bit of, not much, a couple of hits off of Grayson's Odin.
That Mando just jumped up to level 4 currently right now, dealing so much damage. I mean, every hit is 202 damage, able to take out Odin's hit points like it's nothing.
Fester, Fungals, puts a little goo in the middle. Grayson's unit slows that Odin and his units down. It looks like it's going to give Seexysauce the up, just enough oomph to take over the middle and chase. Oh, he may actually take that Odin out.
He may actually take
it.
He did. Unbelievable. That was a
Small
great play by
connection
bottom left.
with that Heat Seeker. Didn't really do too much damage to Hotsauce's units. Get the
Now,
sauces mixed up.
what you saw here, Octavian, was a clear example of overextending.
Correct.
He was staying there way too long, and I think the idea was he was going to heal himself a little bit with the beacon. Probably didn't have enough energy. As you can see, it's just now at 1 heal, but if you rely too much on the beacon and you overextend, losing all your units, you're just asking to be taken out, and that's exactly what happened.
Indeed, and I tell you what you and I have done really well is when we play together, we rely on the beacon as well, but it's usually you that control the healing part while I just concentrate on the health and forward in the units with the Odin.
That's true. In other casts, I've talked about that before too. If you are playing, please be kind, rewind, as the old saying goes. But also the new saying is, please be kind, heal your partner's units, because they desperately need it, especially if they're lesser players.
Okay, a little bit of engagement on the top of the map, looking for control over the tower. Finally see some action here from Ice and TryHrd. They're backing out.
And I think that's actually very wise to back out. But no, instead he decides to void. Is he going to be able to pick off the Ravens? He's not really targeting it. There, he finally does. He picks off one Raven. The second Raven gets out clean.
He's got a lot of lings backing him up, but he's got to get him up front in order for him to be effective and act as a meat shield.
But they are picking up their
Those
points.
DTs freezing everything, giving them the push that they need.
Those DTs are so effective. Surprisingly, they're both level 0, I believe. Yeah, they're both level 0 DTs.
Can you see them? I can just see the they're invisible to me.
You press Control 1 and you'll be able to see them.
Oh. Whoa, I can see all the... Oh, cool.
Yeah, you'll be able... It's a weird function. It's unfortunate that that's the only way that we can see it, but you'll be able to see who's controlling what and the numbers. Yeah. And this is a surprise. Dragon, out of nowhere, his Decies are currently at 7 up.
Losing them all.
Loses all of them. Oh my gosh, he was pushing so hard, and I think that might have been a big mistake.
You see why, right? He had his Mando that was in there who managed to escape, and I think he was looking to grab that Odin and snipe him.
I'm really surprised that Mando has escaped. Where is it? Oh, it was still at the base.
Yeah, he had 5 or 6 Decies that were able to get out of there, and he was in the pile of Decies.
7 attack ups despite having 5 upgrades on that Mando. That's absolutely crazy. Some really effective upgrades. I want to see that Mando go in and take out that Raven.
Grayson's Odin doesn't seem any more powerful than it was 10 minutes ago. I think he's finally changed. Let's take a look at his units.
Still level 3.
On the Marines and Marauders are the same. I wonder if he's pull or say up. He did. He just bought Marauders.
And I think Marauders would be a good choice, but we got to see some attack ups. I mean, I'm glad that he went 3 up on his Odin, but I think it would have been more effective getting those Marauders out a little bit earlier.
Now, Seexysauce, on the other hand, he's got 4 attack ups on his snipers. Oh, he switched. Who has the... Yeah, okay. 4 attack ups on the snipers, and Hotsauce has the Goliaths. 6 ups on the Goliaths.
And snipers are very effective, especially against units that have push powers. I've seen snipers be very effective on Reavers. And it's really great to have a little bit of stopping power. That way your Odin is free to move without being overwhelmed.
And if you're able to prone them out, that's even more effective against those units that you mentioned.
Yeah, it's really weird that the prone ability kind of makes them act as massive units in their own right.
Oh, we got a nice choke point here in the middle. Grayson taking advantage of it. The Odin feasting. Looks like Seexysauce may even get side blanked with Dragon.
Dragon capitalizing on that, trying to take out, almost takes out that Fester. Oh. That was really close. That Fester is down to only 160 hit points.
He keeps losing piles, oodles and oodles of destroyers.
He does. His supply, wow, what is his supply at right now? Let's take a look. Currently at 156 supply. Ooh, that is not good. That is way too low of a supply.
Top right looks like they're maxing out, ready to do something big. Let's see what they got planned.
Top right has been saving for a while to make their move. I almost would think that they should need a mobile medivac.
We may have the same issue. Oh, no. He was able to move that Odin back just a little bit. You don't need to move it far. Just out of range for the first couple of, after the first 5 layers of Marines, and he could just take out so much.
I almost feel like Grayson was egging him on, almost calling for possibly. Top right to go in. And look at this, a big fight going on in the middle. We have all sides going at it. Fungal Growth going down on MLG. Top right is capitalizing on it, taking out all of MLG's units. That was a big pickoff for them. That was really good.
But Hotsauce controlling the middle still. As a matter of fact, first team in the lead is Seexysauce with 79.84, still jumping just over 8,000 now. Hotsauce right behind him with 66.48. Grayson, Valour, second team, 67.44 and 57.57 respectively.
Uh-oh.
And TryHrd last place.
Look at top right, deciding to get the surround on Grayson. I think they're going to be able to do it, taking out all of their units.
Oh.
He's got to focus the Odin. The Odin is going to be able to escape. Oh, that was unreal. He should have focused it. I'm surprised that
Lost
he didn't.
all his units in that attempt.
Oh, that was terrible. A big loss, a big upset for top right.
Seexysauce got 500 out of that engagement alone.
Oh, man. And top right is going to be set back again for a long time. It did look like he might have upgraded his Zerglings. Nope, they are still Zerglings. Still doing the Marines. But, oh, look at this. There's not even a range upgrade for top right, and that's where they're really failing.
I have a feeling they're working those 2 DTs.
Well, let's take a look at the units tab for a little bit. There's still zero ups. So I'm sorry, at this point in the game, not having range upgrades is the downfall.
What are they trying to do? Tal'Darim. When in doubt, save the Tal'Darim. Not really.
We have used a Tal'Darim before, and it is effective, but it's not always a sure win.
No, it has its place.
It does. You can go behind it or around it, and especially once that Planet Cracker goes off, it can be a little bit immobile ineffective.
You know, I'm taking a look at Dragon's score. We keep saying he's lost 2 big piles of destroyers, but he must have upgraded his spawn because he's got pile back again, and he's not too far behind. He's got 64.25 in score. Ice and TryHrd on the top right are in last place with 4,600 and 4,400. It's going to be hard for them to make a comeback on this.
Octavion, he did actually upgrade his score, or not his score, his spawn. If you click on the actual command center, you can click B on the upgrades tab, and you can see that he did in fact buy that spawn upgrade.
Oh.
You can see how it works now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Being a referee is much better than being a spectator. And the Odin getting a few volleys off on Valour's Ravens, but he might... Oh my gosh,
he lost the Odin.
He might have. Oh, Grayson definitely lost his Odin. That was a good pickup from Seexysauce.
Yep. Seexysauce better watch. His bars are low too. But he's still got control.
And the Mando picks it off. A great play by MLGandhi.
Oh, I missed that. Yeah.
The Infestor barely escaping, though. That would have been a big play if he was able to get that Fester as well.
Top right's got a massive units right at the entrance, poised and ready to attack something.
But he's got to be careful. We've seen time and time again that top right just wastes all their units, rushes in, and doesn't get any money. They've got to change something up. I mean, at 45 hit points, every Marine is precious, but the biggest power that the Marines have is the ability to range. As far as a tier 3 unit, they've got to get that range. They've got to make something happen as far as the damage that they're able to do. Running so close up to the units, they're so vulnerable, and they're getting taken out left and right.
Right.
So it looks like Grayson did get his Odin back. Bottom right-hand side is just absolutely happy about that.
But he still hasn't upgraded it. He's got no upgrades on the Marauders that he bought and no upgrades on the Marines.
It makes me wonder what he's spending his money on.
Yeah. Well, Valour's destroyers have 5 attack, but I don't see, and he has no Marines, so I don't know where this money's going.
That is curious indeed. And if we look at the Odin for Seexysauce, it has 5 ups already. And it just makes that splash damage that's much more powerful. And powerful indeed, taking out one of Valour's Ravens. That was a big pickup from Seexysauce. And look at this. He's extending his Odin all the way out, trying to go after Grayson's Odin, dealing massive damage. A fungal growth going down from the infestor for bottom left and taking out so many of those
Mm-hmm.
units. I think bottom or top right hand side knows that too because they're trying to come in and get a piece of the pie.
If you take a look at the bottom left units, I think Seexysauce is doing appropriate ups with his Odin and his snipers. If you check out his snipers, they're no joke. Two armor and 8 attack, coupled with Hotsauce's Goliaths that have six attack and 2 armor. So I think they're doing it right. They're keeping everything well balanced and they're maintaining control wherever they move, and they're working very well together.
And that's probably why Seexysauce is currently in the lead with 11,052 points. Those snipers with that extra 0.2 range, able to pick off a lot of these tier 3 units. And that Odin dealing massive splash damage.
I told you.
The game changer taking control of the game.
3,333 minerals!
If you're wondering what Octavian is referencing, head on over to youtube.com/Rageypoo and watch Octavian using a nuke with his Odin. He was having a lot of fun there.
Oh, wow. Hotsauce and Seexysauce just melting a bunch of Grayson's units because there's no upgrades at all.
Which is really curious. We are seeing finally one upgrade for the Marauders, no upgrade for the Marines. I seriously do not know where this guy's money is going.
No. And the destroyers, Valor's destroyers, haven't moved past 5 attack in a while now.
You know, I would like to see one of these Odins do a nuke on top right's units.
Now that would be quite exciting.
If
I'd
they
get really loud and joyous.
If they were able to get a concave, that would just be incredible. And I would be curious, does the nuke stop if there's a void prison? I haven't seen it happen.
Good question.
The nuking is so rare in a lot of games. I'm curious to see if the void would stop the nuke in general. And fungal growth going down on top right's units again, just going in so far, and they're losing so much money. The control is just not there. I think TryHrd's barcode is just not playing it correctly. They have to get upgrades. And Dragon moving in, able to kill the Odin. I wasn't able to see it. I was talking about top right's units. I really do apologize for you guys. But Dragon able to come around, gets the surround on Seexysauce and Hotsauce's units, and they killed everyone. That was a great play by Dragon.
Dragon moved into the middle. Looks like he's gaining some points back. He's at 9,027. But currently in the lead is Seexysauce with 12,084, and his partner Hotsauce is
close to 9,000.
Yeah, close to 9,000. But Grayson's still holding second with 9,313.
And Dragon
really
coming out of nowhere. He did.
Yeah.
Coming out of nowhere, seemingly out of nowhere. And I think it's just because of picking off the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Wisely upgrading that commando. I'm glad to see that it was being upgraded.
What are they arguing about here? Something about a nuke. I missed the beginning. Oh well.
I have no idea.
Overseer bottom left.
Actually, an overseer for top left too. At least there was. It might have been taken out. I did see Valour get an overseer. It must have been taken out. There's a changeling currently for Valour, but I don't see the overseer. It must have been taken out by the owner. And it's kind of funny to see that these like the overseers are coming out so late. Yeah. They're not even trying to focus on Odin. They know that they're just not strong enough to take it.
No, I think they're out for that commando.
Oh yeah, they could be. That commando has raked in quite a few hero kills.
And he's right in the front of. Look, he's right in the middle of Grayson's units right now.
He almost overextended himself.
Yep. Well, he's done that a couple times now.
Oh, and he did in fact lose. The Mando, 425 points awarded to Grayson. That's going to help him out tremendously. 3 ups now currently on those Marauders.
And look, Hotsauce and Seexysauce taking advantage of Dragon's loss, moving in and destroying a buttload of his destroyers once again.
Oh, that's going to be a big upset for Dragon. He needs all the units he can get. Currently really pulling his team ahead. MLG seems to
Hmm.
be stuck at 6,368 points,
Hmm.
but Dragon, with almost 3,000 points ahead of him, kind of carrying the team for now, able to stay in the game. But top right, both stuck at 5,500. I think that their strategy just isn't working.
I agree. And I don't, we're not sure. They're going to have to do something a little bit different to pull ahead on this one. Same thing with Ice and TryHrd.
We do
It's
finally see some range upgrades, and it almost worked. Oh no! I think Barcode made a big mistake pulling out, thinking that the units
Yep.
were going to get
It's,
killed, but they
he
weren't
almost
even
took out that
focused.
Odin.
He
Right.
almost took it out. He missed the kill. That's so unfortunate.
Yep. 6 attacks on those Marauders. Grayson's Marauders. They're coming back for another shot at it. Let's see what happens.
Oh no, and this time they're going to be taken out by Dragon. Dragon coming around the side, the right side, and oh, all those units walking right into the destroyers, and they're being taken out one after another. And the DT was sniped by the Mando, a great pickup
Oh,
by
big
Dragon.
loss for top right.
But now Dragon is getting pinned here, but no, actually able to escape by going up that ramp.
And
And
Seexysauce saying, I want a piece of this action,
he
making himself
does.
known on the top right side of the map.
He doesn't even care. He's going honey badger mode right now. He doesn't give a shit.
Well, look at them melt top left. Oh, and the Overseer freezes the Odin.
Contamination on the Odin, but unable to pick it off. And whoa, losing a bunch of units. Oh, I'm surprised he lost all those units. What did he lose those units to? Was that just Desi Splash, or what happened? He lost a bunch of units. Grayson, out of nowhere, picking up so much money. He's now at 11,268.
Wow, I missed that. I don't know.
Was there a savior that went down? Oh, it was a savior. That's what it was. Grayson using a savior, picking up a bunch of units. I should have suspected. If you click on the CC, you will see that the savior is now gone.
Okay.
And that was a good save.
Oh, nice fungal goo drop in the middle. That's gonna slow down all those destroyers and give
Ooh, big pickup.
Seexysauce.
Big
Yeah.
pickup. And Valour actually suffering this game. I think the Odins are throwing him off a little bit. Currently at 8,109. That's interesting to see for the US7 tournament champion. And I'm still really interested to see if Dragon is going to pull something out. I think Gandhi has just decided to sit back and not really do anything except use that commando, and I think it's being really effective for them.
Well, the general feel of the map right now is Seexysauce and Hotsauce just dominating the map and controlling the map as much as they want and see fit. They're all over the place, and they're doing a good job playing together as a team.
And there is going to be a little bit of an engagement. Hotsauce extending himself into the base, trying to get that Odin again. We do see another save. So Valour using a savior and picking off at least 600 points for that. That was a fairly decent save. Ideally, you would want to get at least 750 of it to make it cost effective.
But you got to note, Grayson has not lost. I'm sorry, Seexysauce has not lost one of his Odins, where Valour or Grayson has lost, I think, 3.
Exactly, and that is why, Octavian, you bring up a really good point. The less you lose your hero, the better. And that's why we see Seexysauce is just so high on the points right now, because he doesn't have to spend that money reviving.
Right, and it's a compounding problem. If you get your hero killed, you have to spend more money to revive it. And on the other hand, they're killing your hero and they're getting plenty of minerals, especially on an upgraded hero such as this Odin.
Octavian, what do you think you would do in this situation if you were Seexysauce? Would you go ahead and start upgrading that Odin, or do you think you would keep pumping the Goliaths?
No,
or snipers?
Well, here's my general build: is the Odin, 2 or 3 ups on the Odin first. Then I do the snipers all the way to up spawn. So you have a 6 attack, whatnot. Then I do finish up the Odin, and if the game is still going and I'm still in it and everything's going well and as planned, I'll actually start with the Marines. And the Marines, having up to tech Marines later in the game is a big help when you have an Odin that becomes susceptible to attacks at the late game. Because Odin's great at the beginning of the game, but it's harder to maintain at the end or in later games or games that take long.
Good points indeed. Top right, if you guys were watching, tried going into top left as there are no more saves, and all of their units were just decimated by the Odin, unable to just deal the damage that they need to. And we do have a Contaminate again on the Odin. It looks like
Could have
bottom
a
left-hand side is trying to go in, but the Void Prison going down on the Overseer, those Marines were unable to get it, though, and they're going all in. They're going to try to get that Odin.
it's a sandwich, and he got out.
Big
Grayson's able
fungal,
to-
though, on all those Marines. Oh, wow, just taking him right out. And the Infestor overextending himself, and he does lose it. 325 points will be awarded to Valour.
So that's not many. 325 isn't much at this time, at this stage in the game. How many upgrades does he have on the Fester? Do you know?
At 325, you should probably have about
2,
3, actually, I think.
3. Yeah, not a lot.
Not a lot. I believe it goes up 100 every or 75 every level.
All right. Well, currently in the lead is Seexysauce with 15,640. His partner Hotsauce with 11,1130. They currently in the lead, but second place is Grayson and Valour with 12,700 and 10,300 respectively.
And whoa, we have a Spectre coming out. Spectre in the house.
That's going to be another game changer.
Oh my gosh, but how is it going to fare against double Zeratools? I think it's going to be a little bit vulnerable if top right is able to make something happen chaining those Void Prisons.
But if he just mixes them in that pile of destroyers, it's so hard to find him. You could freeze 5 or 6 at one time, but you still have to get to him. And if he keeps them in the middle of those destroyers, I don't think he's going to have a hard time.
That's right. Those destroyers are looking really scary. Dragon currently at 10,870 points. I'm surprised he's able to just stay in the game so effectively. 10 ups on those Desies.
Mm-hmm.
And the Odin revived. Who needed to revive that Odin?
Grayson.
Oh, I didn't see it get picked off.
That's
I wonder
the
who
third
picked
or
it
fourth
off.
Odin. Yeah. When they went up, he almost lost his command center, too.
Oh, wow. Guys, we did not see that.
And
If
he
you
lost
are
his
watching at home, it is an option, but a good option by at least the 30-minute mark to upgrade to a planetary. And I'm surprised that now that they're out of saviors, they haven't gone ahead and did that.
Mm-hmm.
That might end up being a mistake, and it might cost them the game.
Well, if you go around the map, none of them have planetary fortresses except bottom left.
That's right, and bottom left doing it right, doing it strong, and that's why they are currently in first place. Seexysauce just taking a big, a dominating position and lead.
Well, it's probably even more important that being in the lead, you have the PFs, because everyone's looking to take you out the quickest way possible, the easiest way possible, and what a better way to do it than to drop right back with a couple of Tech Marines.
You know, at this point, I think everyone's just trying to take out top left.
Yeah, when there's blood in the water.
Indeed, right? The Sharks do come out.
Yep.
And a stim for middle, again, overextending himself. We've seen this type of play with Sasson even, and in the previous game with Mick Luck, just going in way too far with those Marines, missing out on at least a good second of attacks, and that can be at least 4 attacks on those Marines. Just poor decision making by top right. I'm really surprised that a TryHrd controlling all these units is having such poor control.
Yep.
But what isn't poor control is bottom right's Dragon. My gosh, look at all those destroyers. Take a look at the units tab. It looks like the Spectre is out. It's ready to go.
Have you noticed Hotsauce switching from Goliaths to Brutalisks?
That is an interesting choice.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, Brutalists do counter destroyers very well.
I think that's why they did it, with all these destroyers running around. You know, the Ravens are no longer a problem. Destroyers are becoming a problem. So I think it was a good switch on his part.
Well, we'll see how it squares up. Currently, Dragon is at 11,333, and with Hotsauce at 11,351, they're pretty even matched. So now that he did get the counter to destroyers, it's possible that Dragon is going to be taken down, and Hotsauce will be able to bring up his income much more.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to wait and see.
And look at left side. It looks like Seexysauce is trying to come in. I want to see a nuke. Odin, please use a nuke. Seexysauce, if you can hear me at home, use one of those nukes. Come on, you know you want to. It's only 450 minerals. You've got the minerals. You can do it. Just go ahead and do it.
He's going to tank it right here.
I hear Yamato Cannon coming out. but I didn't see it land down. They must have killed the unit
They
too
tried to
quick.
focus fire. Look at this. They tried to focus on that Odin because it was up front tanking it, and he lost a oodles of destroyer.
And wow,
Oh,
this infestor is still
fungus.
being so cost effective. Currently at level 4.
Seexysauce and Hotsauce are raping top left and playing it smart. Sitting on their cliff, taunting them, dropping some goo, and using the Odin as a tank.
And that's how it's done, guys. If you are watching at home, follow this formula because it will win you games.
Is that what it'll do?
It will. It's a game changer.
Game changer, rock.
It's a game changer.
And let's see who gets the tower up here on top.
Octavian, how many minerals do you think an Odin could get you?
3,333 minerals with one nuke. And it makes you quite happy.
Again, if you haven't seen that video, head on over to youtube.com/Rageypoo and check it out. It's a lot of fun. And oh my gosh, top right, just losing so many units.
Yeah.
Look at Grayson's points just out of nowhere. He gained like 4,000 points from that engagement.
He did. Currently, he's at 14,080. His partner Valour's got 10,879. They were going up against Ice and TryHrd with 7,600 and 7,000 respectively. So they're way behind, and their units are starting to become food. Oh, we got a lash on Hotsauce's Odin on the left cliff.
Oh, I didn't see it.
From Dragon.
That's awesome. It's so crazy that a lash just completely kills it like it's nothing.
Well, he didn't have that many ups on it, no armor ups, and you really need to back that up if you're going to try and get through a lash like that. But this is where it becomes important. The game is getting later, is lasting longer. He's got a Spectre, and it's a good thing that Seexysauce was upgrading those snipers, which are at 14 attack and 4 armor. They're no joke.
A lot of back and forth going on the left-hand side. Not a whole lot going on the right side. All the units are building up, especially top right. Their unit supply is starting to get pretty big. Mm-hmm. And Dragon taking control of the middle.
All right. What's his name? Seexysauce is building another planet. Odin. Which I would agree with.
That's so crazy that Odin only takes 34 in-game seconds to get out. Whereas when you have something like the Queen, it takes 100 seconds to get out.
There was one of the guys on the forum did the Spectre takes even longer.
Really?
Yeah, but the Odin, if you use that speed up, what's it called? It's called Crone Boost. You can get that Odin out in about 15 to 20 seconds.
Wow, and we don't see anything as far as top left is concerned for support towers. They did decide to go anti-unit. But Seexysauce did go, and Hotsauce did go support tower. I wonder if they're going to eventually transition into Marines. We don't see any Marines out to see if there are any ups, but I'm pretty sure that he's thinking about it. We've seen Mastermind do something similar and make drops really effective. We'll see if we see any drop play a little bit later. A little bit of back and forth going on from top right.
So I might be able to check that out.
Oh, and the first nuke, we do have a nuclear missile launch detected, taking out only like 2 or 3 units from ice. But that was awesome. Let's see more of that. We want the nukes. We want them now. Big engagement from Dragon against those Brutalisks, and surprisingly being really effective against them. He is deciding to back out as Valour is coming up from the top middle side, fighting a little bit on the ramp.
Those Brutalisks are going to try and take on a pile of destroyers like that are significantly higher than them. They're going to need that Odin as backup.
Indeed, but I think if they were 10 up, similar to the destroyers, those Brutalisks would be able to take them out, no problem.
Yeah.
And I wonder if there's any ups. No, he still needs to get some armor-piercing spines, but he did get that glaive upgrade, so that's going to help out in taking out some of the lesser biological units. And we're seeing that even used right now, Hotsauce going in the Odin, my gosh, just raking in so much money. And he did decide to up the Odin. It's now currently level 2. And he could lose it here. He lost so many units. Oh my gosh, the concussion shell slowing down the Odin, able to pick it off. Great play by Grayson. And like I've said before, Grayson, look at this. Coming out of nowhere,
Yeah,
Valour was currently he's currently at 12,000. He was only at 8,000. These guys are coming out of nowhere,
they
picking up
are.
so much money. How do they do it? Let us know how they do it, Octavian.
Well, I'm looking at their units to see. Let us know how they do. The Valor's destroyers jumped up from 6 attack to now 12 in not much time. The Marauders are now at 6 attack. The Odin has 8 attack ups. Well, that Odin's pretty damn powerful, to be honest with you. But they're not. He's not upgrading center shop, is he? No. No.
Well, 10 minutes have passed. Announcement by Cran. And we're going to see SD here in a little bit if these guys aren't able to clear out. It looks like they almost killed top left Grayson earlier. And I bet you they're wishing they did, because now they're
Now
starting to. He's in second place.
He's coming right. Well, he's maintained second place, but now he's coming really close to Seexysauce, where before he was about 5,000 behind him.
And I'm almost wondering if changing to Brutalist was the problem. He might have spent too much doing that tech switch. Now, while it does counter both of these destroyers, I mean, with the power that top left has with the Marauders and with Grayson's Odin, I just don't think that the Brutalists are enough. They get taken out too quick.
That's the way it's looking.
And Zealous, you are asking a question during the stream if I'm running stream with a slight delay. The stream does it automatically. It does delay up to about 10 or 20 seconds, so it's not going to be real time. In fact, you probably asked this question about 10 seconds ago and you're just now getting it answered. So yes, there is a slight delay in the stream. Nothing I can do about that. The stream software does have to encode what's going on.
Kate Moss just advised that Valour just killed the Spectre, and we did miss it. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, we did. I guess I shouldn't have been explaining the delay too much. There's too much back and forth going on. Getting back to the game, yes, so the Spectre was taken out, and that was a big play. Kate, who took it out?
Valour. Valor's destroyers. That's what he said.
I didn't even see what he said there.
Dragon inside bottom left space.
Wow, overextending himself a little bit far, and wow, those Brutalists are taking him out really easily.
Yeah, but Dragon scores 13,503. Not far. He actually really took a lead over Hotsauce with 13,063. So Dragon's playing a great game.
Dragon is, and wow, look at this top right is trying to go in.
And he's feeding on top right now.
Losing all those units.
Unnecessary.
I'm going to have to agree, Octavian. That savior was a little bit unnecessary, wasn't it?
He only ended up getting about 10 or 15 of those Marines. They were pretty much destroyed before that savior came out. Seexysauce coming back up top left. See what he could do there.
I really think that bottom left should go ahead and do a power play and take out top left if possible. It's going to be hard. There's two anti-unit towers, but I think with the combined efforts of bottom right and top right, they'll be able to take it out quite easily. We have seen a lot of back and forth from top right taking out a bunch of their units, and I think bottom left just has to come in and pick them off.
I agree, and if he's able to do that, I think that would seal the deal in this game for him. That would just give him too much money for them to be caught up, for anyone else to catch up.
He's got to be careful of that Overseer, though. That Overseer could come in, put down the contamination, freezing Seexysauce's Odin, and that could just spell trouble. Losing that Odin is going to be a big deal. And here we go. Valour did overcharge. He's trying to come in. Could we see that contamination go down on the Odin? And sure enough, we do. He's not focusing fire, though. He's still not. He missed.
Well, he did. Actually, he did try to focus fire, but they were also gooed by the Fester.
Well, the goo wouldn't prevent them from hitting. I think he outright missed hitting the Odin. I think that was a big mistake. And Moss, the boss Moss, bringing up an interesting point. Spec is going to keep that queen from changing, or for that Fester from changing into queen. And yeah, the queen would in fact be a game changer.
Queen is is a game changer indeed.
But he would have to play that queen pretty much like the way he's playing the Infestor, keeping it very burrowed.
Right.
And because they don't have that creep spread, it makes the queen quite vulnerable.
I can't play the queen very well.
People who have played queen very well, Rageypoo. I love watching his queen play. And I have seen some good queen play out of flares as well from EZmode. An interesting quote coming out. I'm guessing that MLGandhi really likes Gandhi. Giving a little quote there.
He's been kind of subtle down there in the bottom right. I'm just checking his sharpshooters are at 3 attack, and that's it. I'm wondering if he's just pulling Dragon.
Well, you can't pool in tournament mode, Octavian.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Yep, and this is tournament mode. And whoa, what is this? Top right with Temple Zealots. Now
That's
Temple
Ice's
Zealots
bread and butter.
Temple Zealots are really good, but as you know, you have to have the ups, and they just simply do not have any ups. Only 100 shields, and that might not be enough against all these heavy-hitting tier 3 units.
This Odin's going to eat him for breakfast. Look,
oh my gosh. Just, I mean, they don't even stand a chance. Those Temple Zealots are not doing anything. And again, moving in so much. What? I can't even look at this, Octavian. This is so crazy.
I can look at it. I love watching the Odin rape.
But it pains me to see people playing Marines and just not having the control. A Lash taking out Seexysauce's Odin. Did you see that?
For the second time, yep.
And look at this. Valour and Grayson able to take the middle. This is crazy.
Did you see how much he got for that?
No, I did not. I'm assuming if the Odin is fully upped, I think it's 750, yeah. So he probably got around 425 more.
Yeah, I don't think he's upgrading it too much.
So that Infestor is out. I'm going to check the level real quick. It's currently level 5. I don't think that he's going to try to queen anytime soon.
Moving in bottom left. Valour took it out.
Big pickup by Valour.
And they don't have any saviors left, if I remember correctly. This could be...
No! It could be it. They don't have enough. They're going all out. There is a drop by Seexysauce, but is that going to be enough?
Well, here comes Grayson with the Odin.
Oh, and that's going to spell GG for bottom left.
Commando or the Spectre. They're all attacking the crap out of Sexy and Hotsauce. They know they got to take him out of the game, and there it is.
That is unreal. Valour saying GG. Oh my gosh. Guys, you're seeing it here first. These guys were in first place. Seexysauce playing a great game, and out of nowhere.
Still in first place, but then
still in first. Well, not in first place anymore. Hotsauce is going to get taken out here next, possibly.
Looks like Dragon's going to get the points for the... Maybe not.
And look, top right deciding to attack bottom right, since Dragon did kind of go a little bit all in, trying to pick up that CC kill. But I think top left is going to get it.
Yeah. And that's going to be that's probably going to seal the deal for top left. I tell you what, you called it early game. They were falling behind, top left I'm talking about, and you said, look, I've seen them do it before. They come out of nowhere, and that's exactly what they did.
I didn't think it was going to happen, but sure enough, able to just pick it up. And wow, being the first one to be eliminated, Seexysauce and Hotsauce is out of the game.
Why he's so mad? I would be mad too.
I would be terribly upset with such a lead. Oh, that is an upset indeed.
His score is still in the lead, by the way. 1,000 points. That's horrible. That's a major upset.
And I think it's kind of funny that Valour is kind of gloating a little bit, considering he was down, what? He was down like 5,000 points earlier in the matchup. I mean, granted, with a little bit of help from Grayson, he was able to come back in, but I really don't think it was from skill. I think it was just from being able to feed off the top right.
They're just, and then they forced, they're talking about who forced the saviors from bottom left. They did use 2 saviors kind of early in the game.
This is just a bunch of BM back and forth. Like it's a lot of peacocking. I did this and blah blah blah. I mean, let's get real, guys. I think Grayson carried it.
and still in the game, you got to pay attention to this, is Ice and TryHrd. That's another one that, we're like, oh, bad move, and they lost all
Oh,
these units, but
more
they're
bad
still in the
moves.
game.
Are you seeing this, Octavian?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
am.
freaking seeing this? Why
I'm
does
right
he
here.
keep moving
I see the
in?
whole thing. I see everything you see. Probably a little bit more.
Ugh. It's so frustrating. I think Ice should just take control and stop letting TryHrd control these units. He's just not able to control it and
K
losing so many
Moss,
units.
K Moss saying, Dragon could have took them out a couple times. I don't think so. I think he tried that a couple times, overextended himself. On 3 separate occasions, he lost a pile of destroyers.
He did, and I think with those brutalists there, that was making it difficult as well. And
There's SD.
SD now here. Oh my gosh, we'll see what's going to happen. I mean, I'm pretty sure top right has no stake or claim in this, but bottom right, with such low units, I just don't think they're going to be able to break through. I think top left is going to have it.
You never know.
And the
Take a
chat is
look
just
at
blowing up.
Gandhi's score jumped from 6,000 to 10,000 in the last 2 or 3 minutes, just so you know.
Picking off all those heroes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be top left versus bottom right. I really don't think.
Nah, top right, I don't think they have a big chance. They're going to have to pull something out of their rear end to take this one.
They need to just stop throwing away units. I mean, very poor micro. I'm sorry. I've never seen a TryHrd with such poor micro.
Oh, you need to remain neutral, sir.
Well, they're TryHrds for a reason, and that is it's surprising to see. Just throwing away in each and every engagement, just poor micro every time.
If you don't have something nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all.
I'm saying it here today. You've heard it from me, folks. Rageypoo is raging, completely pissed off at the poor control by TryHrd.
As you're laughing, I've seen Rageypoo, his poor attitude, get really mad because we're losing and put me on mute.
Well, I'm putting them on mute because they're just not doing well.
Top left has had enough, and he needs to feed off a top right, and that's exactly what's happening. Little focus fire on his Odin.
Oh, so barcode is Mythic, right?
They may get it.
I think they need to drop. They do have some support towers. Do they have enough? Well, they don't quite have enough money. But a drop could have secured that Odin right there.
That could have been a little income for him. Valour keeping control of the middle. Now, what does the Overseer do for all the units? It helps them move faster, or is that it?
Well, it doesn't just help his units. The creep spread helps all units. So it is kind of a plus and minus, depending on how you view it.
So it helps the enemy units as well?
It does. It helps all units that are walking on it.
Oh. Well, that's crap.
Well, that's crap.
I'm just saying. Look, let's see. They're gonna take this Odin out. Maybe not.
Now, this is the first time that I've seen barcode and Ice not run the Marines right into the army. This is actually correct playstyle here. This is just so crazy. Oh, and the lash. Oh man.
Took it out.
Oh my gosh. GG to the lash indeed.
They could have dropped. He sent that Spectre in by himself. I'm wondering why these guys aren't dropped. Well, they're not building Marines. That's why.
Curious to see too. The Zeratools are still out, but I haven't seen a Void Prison in forever.
Well, actually, I'm just taking a look. Ice and TryHrd both have 9 attack on their Marines. They could have dropped that Spectre. Trapped them.
My gosh, 14 attack on Grayson's Marines. It looks like he's going all in Marine heavy, and sure enough, that must have been where his money was going.
Yeah. Yep.
Even Valour's Marines are at 10 up.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what they were doing. And I tried to see if you can click on, you pick their name, and if you can click on their command center and see, in other words, let me see. Click on Grayson, then you click on his command center, and so you can figure out where they're at, the Marines. If you go to click on his Marine up, you click on his command center, and then as if you owned it, you're going to click on his Marine attack up. It's at 575, so you can get an idea of where they're at.
Very good. A good observation by Octavian. And a lash going down, picking off Valour's Overseer. That was just funny.
I can't believe they're allowing the Spectre to survive so long.
This Spectre is proving to be really cost effective.
But he's sending them in by himself. Every time I do that, he gets raped.
Well,
Like, come on.
you're clearly not Gandhi. if you
Okay.
if you want to make sure that you don't lose your units, just be Gandhi. And top left, still able to control the middle. Looking at the APM, everybody is just toned down. It is SD, and the only thing they really want to do is just sit tight and gain all those minerals. Looking at the units tab, we do have the Spectre is still out. Zeratul level 0. I wonder if Ice is going to revive his Zeratul. We could see some double Void Prison, and I think that would be the correct choice. And the Odin is still out for Grayson. Tons of destroyers, but whoa, the destroyers are starting to go down, and that Spectre needs to get out of there. There is a nuke coming down. They're trying to push them out of position. And whoa, nuking his own units, and I think that's going to be a wrong decision. Gandhi's got to get out of there, and Dragon losing all of his units. Oh no, that was a terrible play. Unfortunate play, really.
Yep. That's what he's about to say, too. He's like, yep, he did. Valour saying, I think you did more damage to your own units.
I think he did, hitting at least 5 or 6 of his own units, bringing him quite far down.
Nightmare, if you can hear me, is it clear, loud and clear, or am I still low?
Well, you'll find out in about 20 seconds if you go on the Twitch.tv channel.
No.
And Ice, what are you doing? Take control of those units. There we go.
Still no ups on those lots.
I know.
What are they
That's
spending
terrible.
money on? Just the Marines with 9 attacks? I mean, there's no money being spent. Where are the DTs? They disappeared too, huh?
The DTs are still there. There's one DT for TryHrd's barcode. And actually, I believe the barcode is Mystic. TryHrd Mystic.
Oh. Oh, barcode. I've been calling them line. All right, here comes the Spectre again. Gonna take out that Overseer, I bet.
No, there's a contamination.
Yep. He's able to get out of there, though.
Now, I'm really surprised that the contamination doesn't stop the Spectre. He's actually able to walk.
Yeah.
So top right pretty much is going to be feed for this game. I mean, there's really nothing that they can do. And in fact, losing his Zeratul there, that was an easy pickup by Grayson.
Yep.
And Valour's actually had a lot of fun with those changelings all game. I think he was actually able to kill it using the changelings explosion.
Yeah. Okay, Imnotgrayson currently in the lead with 27,547. His partner Valour with 21,784. Top right, Ice and Barcode with 10,000 and 11,000 respectively. And bottom right, Dragon not doing too bad with 20,000. His partner Gandhi, who's running the Spectre, with 13,000.
Wow, I'm really surprised that Gandhi was able to come from out of nowhere. He was stuck at 6,000, doubling his score simply by going Spectre. Now, what's interesting about Spectre is one of the things he can do is he can nuke middle, and that will force them to move back, and Dragon might be able to push for position, but I don't know. With them staying in the middle for so long, their points are just so crazy, 27,000 points. And those Marines and those Marauders are looking really strong, Octavian.
Indeed. Let's see what happens here. They're in the middle of a concave. They're already fodder for Grayson, and they're just losing. Look, I think he's just feeding them.
I think he is. And you know what the sad part is? This is the one time when rushing at the units would have actually been a little bit beneficial because he had enough Temple Zealots, but he decided not to do that and really didn't get a whole lot of money from that.
Now, Grayson's Marines are 15 attack right now. They're no joke.
Now, wait a minute, Octavian. I'm looking at the supply right now. And I think top right was able to whittle down top left enough. If they're not careful, both of these teams are whittling down top left. They could be in a position where they could lose all their army, and one of the teams could possibly take out top left. They could. Look at this. Top right is now able to get Oh my gosh, they're able to get the middle, and bottom right isn't even trying to contest it. I think these guys are working together.
Oh, they're just losing everything. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. They just lost everything there.
Well, bottom right seems to have. Oh no, and he rushed in too far with those decies. He's gonna lose so many of them. Sure, he's got middle, but now Grayson is coming
Oh,
around.
Grayson should have kept that Odin in. Spectre with the nuke. Will he connect? Did they even see it? What's going to happen to the Odin? Nothing.
Oh, barely any damage. I think a lash would have been better than using a nuke there.
Yeah.
But I think what the idea is that top right is pretty much fighting top left, and bottom right just sits back and waits for those units to get whittled down. I think if top right saves units, similar to what they did again, because those Temple Zealots are starting to prove to be very effective, now currently at 185 shields for Mythic, and Ice has 120 shields. I think they might be able to absorb enough damage to take out a
Did you
bunch of
just
their
see what
army.
happened in the middle though? They just melted.
Well, I think that was a misclick, Octavian, and I think if they play it right, they can get it, especially if they take out Grayson's Odin. Wow, currently 10 attack on that Odin. The damage is 480 splash. That is a lot of
And
damage.
he has the lead with 30,877. Valour 23,890, jumping up 24,000 just about right now. The closest one behind him is going to be Dragon with 22,000. Ice and Barcode both with 11,000. They're still pretty far behind. Is that DT out there still? I haven't seen it.
If you press the U button, you'll be able to see if there's DT. You can see all the units. And no, actually, it was taken out. He decided not to revive him.
Yeah. See, I just thought it was a little bit easier to ask you rather than try and go find it.
That's fine. We can totally do that. And wow, look at this. Deciding to abandon the Marauders, going in favor of Devil Dogs. This is really interesting. Yeah. I think they're seeing the potential danger that is afoot from top right. I mean, if we saw in the last engagement, they were doing really well.
What's fapping?
Fapping is the internet definition of doing something to yourself that might be inappropriate to say over the stream.
All right.
If you're unsure what fapping is, please go to google.com and type in fapping, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I think this is the first point in the game where there's a lull in the action, just kind of hanging out. But I'll tell you what, Valour and Grayson still collecting the minerals from maintaining control over the middle.
They are indeed, and their Marines are just going to get so much stronger. I'm not quite sure how much top right should be waiting. Their supply is around 500 right now, 700 for Ice. I think they should move in before top left has time to rebuild that supply, and I think Dragon whittling down Valour's units is the right thing to do here. We'll see how this shapes up. We could see an EMP. I think an EMP going down on these destroyers would really help.
Now take a look at this. Just make a point. You got Ice who's moving in, both of them moving, all their units in on the middle right. If you take a look at top right's command centers, they still don't have Planet Fortress PFs, and they could be easily overrun. Oh, but he did take out all of those snipers, though.
He did indeed, and let's just go to the Control 1 tab real quick. And that Spectre was a little bit close to those units. He probably could have been taken out. But I think this is the wrong thing to do. Top right, going after bottom right. What are you guys doing? No, don't do that.
He's trying to back out. He's backing out.
There we go. I think primarily top right should be focusing top left. I understand that he's trying to get a little bit of money. But at this point, I think the best thing to do is to take out the most obvious threat, and that is Grayson.
It's not that easy. He's trying to gain. I think he's just trying to gain some power and some ups by feeding off the bottom right in order to take Grayson out. Or what else can you do?
Octavian, who's the leaderboard currently right now?
Grayson with 32,741. Right behind him is his partner Valour with 25,700, 800, 900. And then we have Dragon bottom right with 24,000, and Ice and Barcode both have 12 and 11,000 respectively. Up top left, moving in on bottom right. Could spell the end for them.
It looks like no, actually, they're going to back out.
Wow, look at this. This may be it. Valour dominating bottom right. Take out all their units. Took out the Merc. Moving over to the other Merc.
And look at this, a gateway
Yep.
coming out for Dragon. I think the idea was he was going to go for temples, but it's not going to work for them, as Valour deciding to get rid of his Decies in favor for temples as well.
Ooh. Going after that DT. Valour, looks like Valour's probably going to be able to take out at least one of his command centers in bottom right.
I think so, Octavian. I think this is the end. I didn't see if there were anti-unit towers, but I think going anti-unit would have been the right choice. And the Spectre is still there, but not able to do the damage.
Well, he did enough damage down in bottom right. Valour's score jumping up to 28,000. Grayson's still at 33,000, but maintaining control of the middle and not allowing top right to move in and feast on any of those bottom right units.
And the Spectre going invisible just at the last second, but he did eventually get taken out by Valour. And unfortunately, it looks like bottom right is going to be taken out. I think with the combined efforts of bottom right and top right whittling down those units, they could have made something happen, but not today. It looks like Grayson and Valour are going to be able to do it today.
He moved into Temple Zealots, switched out of Decies to Temple Zealots. And it looks like he's going to be able to take out that. Well, maybe not. Nope. He didn't get it.
Top left, it looks like Pink is possibly going to go in and finish off top right.
It looks like he's just controlling him while Valour comes in and takes out bottom right.
I don't know. It looks like he is gearing up to go in. No, he is going to back out. I think you're right. And finally, a mobile medivac coming in. About time. And
screw the mobile medivac.
I'm telling you, the mobile medivac.
All right, bottom right taken out by Valour. Jumping his score up to 31,000, bringing him real close to Grayson, the leader, at 34,154. That leaves Ice and Barcode with 12,000 and 11,000, less than half of their score.
I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
That's a third of their score. 60,000 total to 22,000. What do you think?
I think the only thing that they could do is possibly run the army around and try to snipe the CC. As you can see, the CC in top left is remaining fairly open, so if he pulled a little bit of the units, went to the top tower, fought a little bit for that tower vision, and kept it, he might be able to run in before they would know what was going on and possibly deal a little bit of damage.
I think you are Mr. Positivity, but you are ill-informed, and I do not think that's a possibility at all.
Well, we'll see what happens. I think the game is pretty much set in Valour and Grayson's favor, especially as the time continues to go. We'll see if they'll finish the fight.
Hour 17 minutes into this.
Well, that's cool. We can just sit back, grab ourselves a little bit of wine, and do absolutely nothing while these guys just sit here bantering back and forth. How about they finish the fight? That would be awesome.
So is it going to be our rule to not interfere and say anything? I think that's fair, right? Because I felt myself on a couple occasions tonight wanting to send a message like, come on, let's see the nuke or something, but we really don't want to influence the game in any way, do we?
No, we don't. We just want to sit back and relax and watch the masters at work.
Yeah. Well, I'm not in the game. That was a joke. All right, forget it.
All right, so we do have the armies are building up. It looks like their supply is completely full. Maxed out supplies for both teams. But I think with Grayson and Valour just obviously with triple the score and sitting in middle, top right just has no chance.
Man, Ice didn't even up his spawn for the Marines that are fairly teched out with 10 attack. Wonder why. See that?
What's that?
Ice. Barcode, sorry, not Ice. Barcode. Didn't up his spawn rate for the Marines with 10 attack. I mean, he's been spending money on the Marines. Why not get more of them faster, no?
I'm not sure. I think it's just the fact that he didn't get a whole lot of money in the game. I mean, he is at 12,000, but he might have favored just reviving heroes. Who knows what he spent his money on?
Right.
And just probably didn't have enough. Currently at only 149 minerals, there's just no way he can get the spawn right now, so he probably doesn't even care. So the destroy all base defense was used. We have double guardian shield coming out from the support towers.
It's good
And
night, Irene.
well, it is
Yeah,
actually being very effective, but I
yeah,
think
that's
once
good.
Valour gets in here, it's just going to be too much. The game is totally
Good
lagging.
night, Irene. Oh, it's hard you will leave. That doesn't even make sense.
Up and there
Ah,
goes the
look at
first
that.
CC, and
All
now
in
the
3
second CC.
seconds to kill both CCs.
Oh my gosh, taken out. GG, a fantastic game.
Very
Valour
interesting.
and Grayson coming out of nowhere in the middle of the
Hmm.
game.
Yeah.
Able to pick it up, and there's your victors right there. BS
Who'd
Boy
have thunk?
Valour and TryHrd. I'm not Grayson.
Congratulations.
A great game. Octavian, thank you so much for coming in for the commentary. And if
I
you
appreciate it.
Thank you. I really appreciate you being here. And if you haven't already, please go over to twitter.com/I am Rageypoo. That's the easiest way for us to let you guys know that a scrim is going to happen. And we want to do more commentaries for you. So head on over to youtube.com/Ragesauce. Check out the channel and watch all of our new series, the MA Masters. This will be up probably sometime tomorrow, and you'll be able to see matchup daily that we do commentary on. We're bringing it straight to you, and we're really excited about it. Octavian, do you have anything else you want to say?
Well, it's some good stuff, and we look forward to many changes. A lot of things are in the works, and we hope to get more things out to you. We talked about a couple things, such as maybe a website. Definitely, you got Twitch TV, you got YouTube. If we can get some kind of schedule going where these guys let us know ahead of time where we're available to comment on their own games, their own scrims, get some more scrims going, I think we see a lot of positivity going on in the future.
Definitely. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am EZmode's Rageypoo.
And EZmode's Octavian.
And we're going to remind you that when you're playing, set your opponents to
Send
easy mode.
EZmode.
It's real easy. Just set them to it. Take them out. That's exactly what Top Left decided to do. Took them just right out, middle of the game. That was really impressive. All right, guys, that's our time. We'll see you guys later.
Take care.